Hey, what's up, y'all? We're at 4332 Gordon Springs Road in Rocky Face. All of a sudden, the address went away from me, but what this is going to be the detailed scope of work. I'm going to walk you through the entire house, show you all the different things that we're going to be doing. By the way, this whole thing is going to be all-inclusive. What that means is that I'm not going to break and do a video for each individual trade. If you're a painter, just look at the painting stuff. If you are a floor layer, just look at the floor laying stuff. Things along those lines. But the whole point of this is to give you a broad overview of everything that we're going to expect to be done out here, and that way you can look at it when you come to bid it. So first thing, whenever you step into the house, you're going to step in from the sideways. We're in I guess you call this a living room. So this house has a very interesting layout. It's almost like it's had multiple additions done on it. So I'm going to consider this the living room. And it's a little odd. I think once upon a time they had a wood burning fireplace right here, and they built that up to be able to just keep it away. If you'll come over here and look at this, I put my flat bar underneath it just because I was curious, but all this is a platform. So it's built just like that. We want to make this go away. So let's make this go away, and that way it's even with the rest of the floor, and that'll make this feel a whole lot more usable. While we're doing that, we're probably going to have to get rid of this brick paneling, because more than likely that brick paneling is just going to go to the top of where the platform was built, and then see if we can't find something similar to this to put on the wall. If we can't, we'll cross that bridge when we get here, but that looks like pretty standard stuff. The lights in here are going to go away. We're going to wind up putting, I think we're going to put flush mounts in here, because that is just really, really low, and if I turn that right now, it would scalp Lucas, so we're just not going to do that. We're going to wind up, this house was smoked in very heavily, and so if you're the painter on this, you're going to want to figure doing some sort of kills, stain blocker base before you ever start this thing. So I'm talking about possibly, it's almost bad enough for oil-based kills, and so you're probably going to have to come through and spray everything with oil-based kills before you can even start painting. So just figure that as you're going. We're going to go ahead and redo all the plugs and switches in the house, because, like, check this out. I mean, this is supposed to be white, but it's got so much nicotine on it, it looks like that. So we got white ones, we got brown ones, we got black ones. We're going to make all that come to be. So this house is 1,100 square feet. It does not have 8-foot ceilings, as you can see. That's probably 7.5. So that's something to figure out as well. When you're painting on this too, make sure to figure in painting all the windows. We want windows, doors, everything. So we'll have white ceilings, we'll have our normal color on the wall, which is accessible beige, and then all trim will be semi-gloss white. So figure in on that. Something I do want y'all to pay attention to though, we've got some texturing on the ceiling that's starting to come loose. I'm not sure, this house may be old enough that that's that old plaster-like board stuff, and so it might not be adhering right. Make sure you spray that also with kills whenever you get to it. You can see it right here too, and I think that has a lot to do with the heat that's in here, because we don't have central in here yet. All right, we're gonna make that window unit go away, and also go ahead and, if you're prepping, pull all the blinds down, take all the hardware down. We don't want that on whenever we get ready to put it on market. Any of the nail holes that you see throughout the house, any of these little hooks, pull those off. Make sure to paint it and paint it well, and prep all that stuff. All right, let's step into the kitchen. We need to make this border up here go away. I'm suspect that'll be easily pulled, but if not, if you need to get over here and skim it to make it go away, that's cool. We're gonna paint the cabinets, and more than likely on this particular one, we'll just go with a white paint, but they've got that cabinet paint over at Lowe's that's made by Valspar, that's called cabinet paint. That'll probably be good for this. I'm not opposed to latex either, but we can go with that. This is gonna go away, get it out. And then obviously we're going to be laying flooring throughout here. So from here all the way back, it's going to be loose laid vinyl, and we'll get that taken care of. We'll probably wind up updating the pulls in here and the hinges as well. And then get a new countertop, I'm sure. Same thing in here. We've got a busted window right here I want you to pay attention to. Whoever's painting the house, make sure that this gets replaced before you paint it. We're going to have to get the new paint in there and glaze it and make sure that's done. So that's probably going to be, the outside of this house is vinyl, so we're going to have somebody come out and pressure wash, but we're probably going to need the outside of the windows painted as well, so figure that into your bid. So we'll have an interior bid of painting the entire inside, doing everything, and then an exterior bid for just painting windows and doors. this right here is not up to code. Where the electric is coming into the water heater, we got to get a disconnect put in right there and then run over. So that's something that's going to have to be done. That's a strange place for a water heater, but I don't know of anywhere else where it's suitable, so that's going to stay. Also, probably there are no locks on the windows in the house. We're going to need to install locks on the windows. And once again, we've got hardware up here. We need to make that go away before we paint. All right. Light in here is going to stay a flush mount because it's so small, but that is what it is. In here, we may do some sort of fluorescent because it's the same way. I mean, y'all look how much nicotine is in this house. So this one's going to take a little bit extra effort. Make sure you plan on that whenever you do it. Not only plan on it in your bid, but also think about it on your time. This isn't going to be your standard paint, I don't believe. I didn't think about this until right now. We got chair rail on here and we got this wallpaper underneath it. I wonder if we can, let's just make the wallpaper go away, make the chair, we can keep the chair rail on there and just paint it all wall color and then have the chair rail be trim color. Moving around, oh, one more thing. Carpenter, somebody that's gonna be doing the closets. Most of the closets in the house are framed rough like this. We're gonna need to do something better like that to make it more aesthetic for the girls, because when a woman walks in this house and she looks at that, she's probably gonna go, oh, and oh, it's not a good face made whenever somebody's buying a house. So keep that in mind. All right, let's step around to bedroom number one. Bedroom number one has a pull chain on it. That doesn't seem to work unless this light switch right here runs it. Let's see if that did something. Hey, we got light. Probably gonna need to relocate that. That's kind of weird the way that's set up. We're gonna be changing out doorknobs. Also, just going back to the closet thing, inside this closet, it's gonna have to be done the same way. We need to put some wall coverings on. We may need to put another stud in so that we can put some shelving in there. Cool with the wire shelving that's got the, with the rack on it that you can slide your, what's the word I'm looking for, Lucas? The hanger hold.
The bar.
The bar, yeah, thank you. We could do wire shelving with bar underneath it. We just gotta make sure that's done. Same thing in here. This room will be carpet, obviously. All the bedrooms will have carpet in them. And we'll redo this light. I don't know, this may be a flush mount house. I don't think ceiling fans are gonna fit in there and not knock somebody's head off. So that's interesting. And then once again, make sure that you plan on doing all the plugs and switches that are in here. Now we're gonna move down the hallway.
What about that, Joey?
What about that?
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, good eye, Lucas. All right, so whoever's painting this, make sure that you pay attention to patch that. I'm suspect whoever does the patching will also be doing the wall coverings in this. It's okay if the wall coverings inside the closets are sheetrock. I don't think anybody's gonna make any qualms about it and mismatching in this particular house. All right, this is gonna be the half bath. I think we should get a different vanity than this. This is a tiny vanity. Move that over, get rid of this. We can put one of those bar light vanities up there so that we don't have to relocate that box. Put it up there, and then plumbing wise, we need to extend this thing out right here. Bring it up to where it's an actual washer box right up in here, and do that right, because that doesn't look good. There will be the same vinyl in here as what's in the dining living room area. That's not living room, that's just dining area. This is going to be an interesting house. The reason why this is going to be an interesting house is because normally the hallway matches up with the living area, and so we just put laminate down in it. This one does not. So we'll have to think about what to do, because it's going to be weird having floor changes like that. So we'll have to figure out how to do that. We may just go ahead and put the laminate right here and vinyl everywhere else, or if we get a vinyl that looks right, we can put it there. To be continued on that. Okay, this toilet can stay where it is. We will change it out to a newer toilet, but past that, life is good. I don't feel any flexing over here, so that wood's good. Everything's good on that. I do see a little something up there above the door. I don't know what that is, unless that was where somebody should put their cigarettes. But just make sure you prep the house well. All right, we're gonna go on into bedroom number 2. Check out the closet. We've got the same issue in there.
At least there's a stud.
There is a stud, so but we still need wall coverings. It's weird, and that's on the ceiling. Or is that the attic entry? There's the attic entry. Okay, cool. So the attic entry stays right there. Then, as we're looking around over here, we must have some settling where we did some shoddy sheetrock work. Make sure that gets skimmed over and looks right when we get through. Check out all the nails. Once again, we've got hardware that needs to be gone. This right here, make this shelf go away. I'm thinking we might want to make that door go away. That's just kind of weird that you can get into this bedroom from 2 different ways. I'll have to ask a woman about that, and that'll be to be continued as well. All right, let's step down into the master. Master, this is one that's going to have to be primed. It's got paneling on the wall. We're just going to blow it the same color as the walls throughout the entire house. The ceiling looks pretty good in here. We've got a little something right here that needs to be skimmed, so just be cognizant of that. And then we had a little bit of termite damage in this house, but we were blessed it didn't get anything structural. So this right here, what they did was there was paneling on here, and y'all, this is really thick paneling. I mean, it's almost like 3/8. It's pretty thick paneling. It ate the paneling all the way up the top. We pulled that out, and so we're just going to replace this with some paneling on there and then spray the whole thing. But that thing's good to go, best I can tell. And we're still waiting on the termite man to make sure, but I got all the way down to the bottom, and there's nothing down there, so we're good to go. I think this door slab may need to be replaced. It feels a little funny, so we're going to check on that. We got some wallpaper right here. That's going to need to be pulled down. You can see it up there too. Man, it's hot in this room. Here's the bath, and this one we're going to have to replace this vanity because we're missing the whole front, which is kind of weird. I say let's do away with this and put a regular mirror up there. We'll put I want a fart fan and light combo put up there just because this needs to be able to have some exhaust on it. So figure on that. Once again, we got weird closets. So we need to get some shelving boards, put that in there, make that look nicer. We'll need to update this shower head. We may have to get one of those S curves to be able to get it back up, because right now, I would have to get like that to wash my hair, and I'm 6 foot, but that's not huge. This right here is probably coming down to like that. It's got to get up higher than that, so need to pay attention to that. We'll make this shower curtain go away, and that toilet, I'm pretty sure this toilet's fine. That one looks like a newer toilet, so that's cool. We're good with that, but we will be replacing this. We've got these propane. Right now, the heaters in the house are propane. I think we can keep those, but we are going to be putting central heat and air in this house, so that can just be a contingency plan.
Window.
The window? I don't know why this is taped. It just is. But make sure you pull down the hardware, and that one's not one that's got to be painted. So that's kind of cool. All right, we've been in here. Let's go look on the outside real quick, Lucas. Just so y'all know, that's the paneling I pulled off. You can see how thick it is. But you can see right there where they were eating in it. I didn't find any live ones, but they were there. So outside of this house is going to need to be pressure washed pretty good. We've got some bare trim. Can you see that? And we've also got screens. Let's make the screens go away because those things look horrible. And we'll just roll with it like that. But pressure wash the whole house. I will ask a woman if we should make this awning go away because it kind of looks a little rickety. We don't want rickety. Make sure you pressure wash that, and we may go ahead and paint it. Most of the time what we use on the paint is that porch and patio paint, and we just get the pre-mixed gray stuff, and we'll probably wind up painting that. So we're going to make that go away. We got to get rid of it. Watch out for all the wasps. The wasps are here to kingdom come. I just saw this for the first time. You see that, Luke?
What do you mean, how the brick is kind of...
It's falling just a little bit.
Offset.
So, we might want to do something with that. We may need to get somebody out here to do some texturing on the outside. And, Lucas, just be careful. I'll watch this buggy.
Yeah, I see you.
We may get somebody to come out here and texture the block and then paint the block. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on that. That's what we'll do. We'll have somebody come out and texture the block, and then we'll paint it. And we'll figure out, we'll get a darker color to go off of this, is some sort of brown maybe, or a black, and have that come down underneath it. So figure that whenever you're figuring the exterior paint. We'll have the porch be that gray color. We got some rock right here we may have to wind up replacing. I'm watching above me, make sure we don't got, yeah, that band's probably gonna have to be replaced. So figure that in on replacing that piece right there. It may be fun because it looks like it's the joists are in it, but we'll have to do that as well.
The thing looks like it. You can tell how it's falling right there.
Well, I mean, it's leaning out.
The shutters look nice.
Shutters do look nice. They're gonna have to wind up being painted too, if you can see right there. So figure painting them black. I like the color on this house, really.
Yeah, nice color.
We need to find out why this is protruding out like that, and that's just got to be popped back in. This just needs to be pressure washed. We need to find something better than that. That looks a little ghetto. It'd be good if we make that go away. And then we got a couple of little odd-end things out here, like these grills and stuff like that. We need to make those go away. I think that's pretty much it. The landscaping's nice out here. This place is quiet. I like it, yeah. So the only other thing that we may wind up doing, and I'm not gonna walk down there right now, is we may wind up changing the mailbox and put some good lettering on it and things like that, so don't say somebody else's name. But past that, this should be the entire scope of work on 4332 Gordon Springs Road. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, or feel free to reach out to Mary Beth. Have a great day.